Hey everyone, I'm Eivan Lloyd Calano and I'm currently residing here in Santa Cruz, Manila. I just wanted to share a quick reflection about my experiences in the course so far, what I've learned, what challenged me, and what I'm hoping to get better at in the next half of the semester. Without further ado, let's get started. One of the biggest things I learned early on is how broad multimedia actually is. Back in Module 1, we talked about how media includes different modalities like text, audio, video, graphics, and animation, and how these are not just separate, they interact and support each other. That really changed how I see digital content. Another major insight was how digital information is actually stored and represented. For example, text is nothing more than a series of numbers interpreted by hardware and software. Images are 2D arrays of numbers, and the way we sample reality affects resolution. Audio is stored as samples of a continuous wave, and the sampling rate determines fidelity. It's one thing to use this media every day, but understanding what's happening behind the scene made me appreciate the technical side more. A few things really stuck with me. First, color theory and mood. I learned that color is not just aesthetic, it's emotional and functional. For example, you can influence emotion using color and also use it to code important information. Also, I didn't know some colors can't even be displayed on standard monitors due to limitations in RGB channels. Second, how animation tricks the eye. Animation relies on optical illusions like beta movement and pipe phenomenon to create motion. I used it to think it was just about drawing many frames, but now I understand how our brains help fill in the motion. Third, when to use video and animation. Video is better for showing real life behavior or contextual information, while animation is better for illustrating movement, giving dynamic feedback, or simplifying complex ideas. And lastly, how audio compression works. I learned that formats like MP3 remove sounds people cannot hear using perceptual coding, such as very soft sounds after loud noise. Honestly, a big challenge for me was the technical jargon, especially around compression, bit depth, and sampling. For example, understanding how compression creates noise and artifacts in the images and audio. Noise is unwanted data, and artifacts are imperfections from editing or compression. What helped me was going back to the examples in the modules, like the photos showing differences and JPEG blackness. Seeing them side by side made everything clearer talaga. Another challenge was wrapping my head around video measurements, like bitrate, frame size, and what 720p versus 1080i actually means. But the explanations in the module, especially about interlace versus progressive scan, made the concepts finally click. At first, multimedia felt like a creative field, design, visuals, and aesthetics. But now I see it's both creative and deeply technical. Before, I only appreciate the output, like animations, videos, and audio. Now, I also appreciate the systems, limitations, and decisions behind those outputs. Why some images look pixelated, why audio files vary in size and clarity, how videos achieve smooth motion, why color perception differs across screens. It made me realize that multimedia is really about understanding how humans perceive information just as much as it is about creating contents. Going forward, I want to learn three things. First, more hands-on production skills, especially creating animations or videos using the principles we learned. Second, better design decision making, like how to choose when to use text, graphics, audio, or animation based on what the content needs. And lastly, more practice applying theories. For example, using color harmony in real projects or applying what we learned about sound quality in editing. So yeah, that's my reflection so far. It's been pretty challenging, but also really eye-opening. I'm excited for what's coming next, and I'm hoping to apply these concepts in more hands-on activities soon. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next vlog. Kung meron man. Bye!